Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. William Ruto's official 3-day tour in India ends tomorrow. And already, we've gathered very interesting information from India, which I want to highlight on in this video right now. The first information, we are being told that William Ruto has agreed to export Kenyan cheetahs to India. Secondly, Ruto has also agreed to give 1,000 acres of land to Indian companies for them to do agriculture. And then thirdly, we are also being told that the issue of the two Indians who were killed during last year's elections also featured prominently in India. I want us to dig deep into those three issues for Kenyans to understand the kind of a government we have in Kenya Kwanza. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's proceed. Yes. What's happening here, ladies and gentlemen? I've tried going through some government's official pages and even William Ruto's own official social media pages, but I'm not getting this information. At least as when I was doing this video. And that confirms that all these dealings and agreements are being done with lots of secrecy. And I've only managed to get this from some India's print media, which I want us to have a look at here. Meanwhile, India confirmed that New Delhi was hoping to get cheetahs from Kenya. Speaking to reporters, External Affairs Ministry Secretary Damu Ravi said that the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has expressed interest. He also stated that India will provide $250 million as a line of credit to modernize Kenya's agriculture sector. As per a joint statement issued today, Kenya has also offered, in line with Kenyan laws, to provide land to Indian companies and institutions for the cultivation of crops, including millets, in Kenya. The senior External Affairs Ministry official also stated that India raised the issue of two Indian nationals, Zulfikar Ahmad Khan and Zaid Sami Kidwai, who have been missing since July 2022. The issue about missing Indians did come up, as you know that this has been there for quite some time. The authorities on both sides have been in contact with each other and information was being shared between the two sides, Ravi said. As per media reports, the two Indian nationals may have been killed by the disbanded Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, as claimed by a close aide of the Kenyan president. But as per official records, they continued to be missing. This is an Indian print daily, just trying to bring up that story of what was discussed between William Ruto and the Indian government. I want us to dig deep into that for Kenyans to see in clear terms what's happening here. Let me start with the exportation of Kenyan cheetahs to India, and by William Ruto giving Indian companies land to grow crops and even millet. Let me say this. We all know that cheetah population in India has been extinct for several years, about 70 years now. And as I talk, cheetah population in India is not more than 20 cheetahs. In Kenya, cheetah population is about 800 to 1300. So when Kenya gives India one or two cheetahs, that's not bad. But at what cost? At what cost? Are those cheetahs being given free, or how much are they being sold? I think those are issues that Kenyan government should come out very clearly to explain to Kenyans. Because from what we are seeing, all these things are being done with lots of secrecy. We are just getting this information from some print medias in India. So the mere fact that Kenyan government is not coming out very boldly and very clearly on this just tells me that something is not adding up. It might be another government to government. It might be another G to G oil deal where things were done with lots of secrecy and then it later backfired and we are in a mess. So William Ruto's government should come out to explain to Kenyans exactly what is happening here. But from what we have seen, I'm seeing a Kenya Kwanza government that by the time they will be done with Kenyans, everything will have been sold to maybe foreigners. And now on the issue of land, just to tie it to that exportation of cheetahs, it's laughable that William Ruto can offer land to some foreign companies, while locally here, Kenyans are being snatched their land by the government. It's a little bit interesting. Kenyans are being chased away from their land. And even school playgrounds are being grabbed by the government to build these so-called housing units, while there is enough land that this government can give to foreigners. It actually beats logic that Kenyans are landless in their own country while foreigners are being promised land. So it might be possible that if this is not contained, then Kenyans will only wake up to find everything sold to foreigners. And now on the issue of the two Indians who were killed in last year's elections, I believe that William Ruto and the Kenya Kwanza Brigade seriously betrayed and belittled our country in India. In fact, this is what is being reported. As per media reports, the two Indian nationals may have been killed by the disbanded Directorate of Criminal Investigation, DCI, as claimed by a close aide of the Kenyan president. As per official records, they continue to be missing. So you are finding that upon that issue of the two Indians who were killed, upon that issue being raised in India, some William Ruto's aides said that, those two Indians were killed by the previous government. I believe that's not being patriotic, but Ruto is selling and belittling and demeaning our country in the foreign lands. Indians themselves, according to their official reports, they consider those as missing citizens. And investigations are still being done, but we are now finding some close Ruto's allies saying that, they were killed by the previous government. I think something is seriously wrong with this Kenya Kwanza government's officials. Ruto is coming out as not patriotic. As much as he's the president, he is showing some tendencies of not being patriotic. Ruto cares about pleasing foreigners at the expense of Kenya. And even the sale of the 11 parastatals, we are being told that it's IMF that is piling pressure for the government to sell those parastatals. So at the end of the day, almost everything in Kenya will have been sold to foreigners or to some close William Ruto Kenya Kwanza associates. Let me stop it there for now, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Any person who may want to support our forum, contact me through that number below. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.